The AHA's Distinguished Service Award recognizes a lifetime of achievement in healthcare leadership. This year, we honor Dr. Tom Dolan, who has worked tirelessly to further the field of healthcare leadership. From early in his career as a professor to his 27 years at the American College of Healthcare Executives, Tom Dolan has always believed that you can improve lives by developing people. Under his leadership, the college has grown every year during his tenure and is widely recognized as an organization that values excellence and integrity. Tom's true legacy, however, lies in his unflagging commitment to diversity, not just because it's the right thing to do, but because it's the smart thing to do. Tom was instrumental in the creation and growth of AHA's affiliate, the Institute for Diversity in Health Management, and served on the Institute's board for more than a decade. And he has stood tall in support of the national call to action to eliminate healthcare disparities. In his spare time, he carries the banner for America's hospitals by serving as the board president of the International Hospital Federation. As a leader and teacher, Tom has sought to help healthcare administrators grow and become better leaders for patients and communities. His commitment and leadership are an inspiration to all. So, from the AHA board and the nation's hospitals, congratulations, Tom.
Well, Tom came to my attention in 1974. At that time, I was director of the graduate program in health services management at the University of Missouri in Columbia. And we were looking for an aggressive, smart, ready to go new PhD to fill an assistant professor position. He was eager to work and eager to put himself to the task, and he did just that. But he also proved himself to be a good friend. One of the best stories I can tell about him is when June and I and our two younger sons went on vacation, and our oldest son had been involved in an automobile accident. He had minor injuries and was in the emergency room. And the question we raised, well, who was with you in the emergency room? Oh, well, we called Tom Dolan and he stayed with us overnight. So here's Tom Dolan sitting in the emergency room with our oldest son, just being with him and taking care of him while we're some 1,500 miles away. But they knew who to call. They knew to call Tom Dolan.
He has been a passionate leader. He understands that if he can work with hospital administrators and healthcare executives and help them through education or publishing or different tools, that they can be the best that they can be, which will ultimately lead to an improved healthcare system and better patient care. And that's what drives Tom.
Since Tom has been the leader of ACHE, I think there's been tremendous improvement in terms of diversity and inclusion. He continues to provide value for us as members by providing top quality professional development programs, by pushing policies as relates to what governors as healthcare executives, and of course the code of ethics is a model for every other organization to emulate.
Well, a lot of people are talking about diversity, but actually if you think about Tom's background as an academic, he's contributed a great deal to the education of healthcare leadership. And he's also been an advocate for really developing interpersonal skills of leaders through 360-degree assessments and things of that nature. So a lot of people are talking about his legacy in diversity, but he's had many other legacies.
Tom's commitment to professional standard and to credentialing is, I think, at the cornerstone for ACHE and for the entire profession. I think that there's nobody more passionate about what he does than Tom, and it is wonderful to work with somebody and to know somebody like Tom because it's infectious. It really is. You want to achieve, you want to grow when you work with Tom.
Tom does balance work and home pretty good. When we lived in St. Louis, we had a house that we considered too close to work. And so when we looked at our second house, we said, it really is good to be about a good 15 minutes away from work because it gives you that, that time to leave one behind and, be ready to come home. So it gave him that minute to digest his day. And then when he's at home, he's pretty much into whatever we're doing at home then, especially when the kids were at home.
I've been in the field for 43 years. It's been a wonderful career, an exciting career. I continue to want to help individuals and organizations advance. I'm going to do some executive coaching to help people that want to aspire to greater roles in their organizations. But I also want to do a little less and spend more time with my family, especially my wife, Georgia. She's an avid golfer, and maybe play enough to be somewhat in her league. The reason I think health diversity and inclusion is so important is, first of all, it's the right thing to do. I think we all know that. Second, with all the challenges we have in society, why would we exclude any group from helping us address those? And then finally, we know how this country is changing. I think a multicultural society requires multicultural leaders. My generation wanted to provide health care to everyone. I think in the next 10 years we will. It will be an extraordinarily exciting time to be a healthcare leader, and I'm just so pleased that I know the individuals I've worked with will provide care to all Americans.